coming in. Terrorists have been caught on camera. The infiltration has been caught in thermal imaging. But clearly, if you look at these visuals, you can see how these Pakistani terrorists are trying to cross LOC. And all of this has been captured on camera. That's the movement by the terrorists. And our security forces have been able to come in on time, intervene on time, and this terror bid has been foiled. And that's this particular visual that we're talking about, thermal imaging that has captured the movement of these terrorists. This is believed to be very close to LOC, and they were trying to enter into India via in the Poonch sector, and this is the movement that we're talking about. You see clearly at least two terrorists who have been circled out here. The movement that's been caught via thermal imaging. Remember, this is something that the forces are increasingly used to identify their movement, especially in the wee hours or late at night. Let me go across to Pradeep joining us with more details. Pradeep, what can you tell us about these visuals that Times Now has managed to access? And are we going by the number two terrorists here?
Yes, in fact, as you can see, these are the thermal imaging visuals. You can see the two terrorists. They were coming closer to the fence, and that was the time when the movement was detected by alert troops. And this area is a Poonch sector, where from they were trying to sneak in. One of the terrorists has been identified as Murid Hasan. Murid Hasan is considered to be very important asset of inter-service intelligence. It was in 90s he was operating as divisional commander of Hizbul Mujahideen here in this area. And it was in 98 he had crossed over to other side. Since then, he had been recruiting youngsters, but now once again Pakistan is trying to send this man over to this place because they want to ignite fire in border district of Poonch and Rajouri to revive terror-related activities. While he was coming closer to the fence, that was the time when army challenged them, and when they did not stop, they opened fire on the troops. In retaliatory action, Murid Hasan was eliminated, and his associate also got bullet injuries, but he managed to flee back to Pakistan side. His body is yet to be recovered. But yes, this exposes Pakistan's nefarious and sinister plot, that how they are trying to spread terror on this side of the border, especially on south of Pir Panjal, because they do not want their activities to remain only confined to Kashmir Valley. They want that there should be terror-related activities even in border district of Poonch and Rajouri. Once again, they are trying to revive. And that's one of the reasons that they are sending old hand like Murid Hasan. Murid Hasan had been operating from Pakistan for the last 1 decade, and he is considered to be one of the most important kill during the last 1 decade by security forces. This operation was conducted by Army and Joint Operation Group of Police, in which they were able to eliminate this person. And here you can see, these are the two black dots on the screen. These two black dots, which look like very harmless dots, but they are heavily armed terrorists who were trying to sneak into this side of the border. They were carrying with them large quantities of arms and ammunition. Their idea was they wanted to they wanted to target Poonch. They wanted to go for targeted killing of innocent unarmed civilians. And second thing is that they wanted to further widen fault lines between Pahadis and Gujar community, because they want to create a situation that is similar to what really happened in Manipur. That's what actually the Pakistan is aiming at, because they know that these areas are silent and these Gujars are acting as eyes and ears for security forces. They are providing them information about their movement. So that's one of the reasons that they are trying to sow seeds of suspicion in their minds, once again trying to ignite fire, trying to tell them that Pahadis have got that reservation, so they are snatching their right, though the reality is not that. Pahadis have got their own right. Gujars already had the scheduled class status with them. So they are trying to ignite their fire. It was with that purpose that they were sending the person who was basically from that area, who had been operating from Pakistan for the last several decades. So they were trying to push in this. He's one of the longest surviving terrorists, who is considered to be one of the most important asset of inter-service intelligence. He has been killed by the Joint Operation Group of Army and Police while he was trying to come closer to the fence. Here, this is a proof.
The LOC at 2 a.m. taking advantage of darkness clearly, but they were moving in with heavy weaponry. Timely intervention on part of our forces, and these thermal images have captured all of those visuals. Many thanks, Pradeep, for putting that in perspective. We head into a very quick break with that. More news and updates lined up on the other side.